Wait, who's doing it?
I don't know. Somebody tell me what happened last time.
Okay. Are we recording?
We are recording.
Hi, Internet. Welcome back to Beyond the Rim. So last time, our spunky team of adventure space people, we found the escape pod that was, in fact, that we found out, in fact, was connected to the Salnella ore. Sam had to go inside and deal with a mass amount of bugs because he was the only one that wouldn't get poisoned by them, and was able to download the information from the black box to find the trajectory of where the ship had actually crashed, more effectively at least. We ran into a bit of trouble with some weird octopus-like creatures.
It was only trouble because you guys started a fight. They were very friendly.
Yeah, okay. So so Sasquatch, or Pixie Stick as he is called right now, decided that they were friends and he was going to play with them, but they were obviously trying to kill us as they before we even realized what the hell was going on. One of them picked Sam up and tried to, take off with him in the
You're putting
trees.
a horrible spin on that. They were trying to take you back home to feed you because you look
Uh-huh.
malnourished.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. Robot that looks malnourished. Sure. Okay. Anyway, they so we decide to, kill them because why wouldn't we? And Pixie Stick was very upset about this, but he still fought them as well. We continued on and got back to the ship where IT3 told us that there was another ship within the atmosphere. He didn't have an exact pinpoint location or anything, but it was probably the guys that put the tracker on our ship. So, I mean, considering we're out in the middle of frickin' nowhere. So we flew to the other side of the planet, turned the tracker on, and dropped it in the middle of a ravine to kind of lead them off our trail. And then we headed back towards the area where the ship was supposedly to have crashed, where we came upon this river and we found a very large section, the aft engine section, as it says on the screen, of the Salnella ore, and it's a very large section. But it was coming upon nighttime, so we decided to land, and we were going to take a rest, but I believe the consensus was that we were going to check out the ship first, like during the night, and then like get like a kind of feel for how we're going to have to enter it and stuff like that. And then we were going to take our rest because we didn't want the other guys catching up to us. But as it stands right now, we are on the ship and waiting to. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
No, it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened. Yeah, that never happened. Anyway, very good. So we're waiting to decide what we're gonna do. Either go into the ship now, which it's the middle of the night and the jungle's probably more dangerous at night, or we could rest and wait till the morning. But that means that the other guys could possibly catch up to us.
And I believe we did vote to rest because we spent XP.
Oh, right. Okay, so we voted to rest. So, yay! Episode 4 of Beyond the Rim.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, we're not all stupid and we're not gonna die. Although that might actually happen.
Well, the first thing you gotta do is climb more cliffs.
Yay!
I am emptying the survival kit into my backpack.
He said it twice.
Well, he said it once off of stream, and now he's saying it.
I want the record to show.
That way the people that are watching know that he said it.
It's for real now.
Yeah.
All right, so are we waking up? What's happening?
Yep. So you wake up. I'll do a quick describe the scene recap so that y'all remember this whole setting. You go ahead.
We forgot Destiny.
Oh, balls. Obligation and destiny. Hang on, let me.
Is that even part of the game?
Hey, might as well not be. What have we used destiny points on so far? A mushroom for Kodo?
Something like that. Heyo.
You forgot to click roll Destiny, you bastard.
No?
No, I clicked it.
Did you? Oh, it didn't show up in my thing.
Off to a
Guys.
great start. Sam's the only one helping.
Oh god. We're all gonna die.
Come on, Kodo, what you got?
A thousand
Hey.
makes you show up at the
Four,
ship.
4.
Huzzah.
The force is in balance.
How about that obligation roll, though? Somebody roll me a D100.
Oh god, I'm not doing it. Oh no, I think that's
7.
bad.
That's fine. Y'all have
High numbers
80
are good, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Y'all
Yeah.
have 80
Okay.
obligation, so you needed to roll
Yeah.
80 or higher.
You're
Wait.
welcome.
There's 5 of us, and we each have. I think we have 100
Oh, wait.
obligation.
Y'all do have 100 obligation because
Shit.
Sam
Yeah.
joined the fucking party. Sorry.
Yeah,
My chart was still based off the 4 players. So 87 puts us at whoever the last person is alphabetically. Zamira, please take 1 strain.
Aww.
Sorry,
Zamira
Zammy.
had to take it last time too.
She's got thresholds for that kind of stuff.
Do you prefer
What?
Zaza, Zammy, or Mira?
What?
Oh, hey, and on a rest too, we lose a wound, don't we?
A single wound would have been healed last night.
Yes.
Did
Yeah,
we
yeah,
lose
yeah.
any strain after resting, or
Yeah,
no?
you lose
Lose
all
all
your
strain.
strain after
Oh,
you're
okay.
resting. Yeah.
But you woke up with one. Because
That's
you're
good,
feeling
'cause
very
I had
obligated.
2 before.
And also remember that after combat, you can roll a cool or like a cool roll or whatever, and if you get success, you lose a strain. I think you lose a strain per success that you roll on it.
We are learning so much about this system. We're great at this, guys. Also, Steven, I think you pronounce it with like a very thick Russian or German accent. And it's like, well, how do you fix your hair? You look in Zamira.
Zamira!
Said Russian, not Italian.
So
This is winging it.
I'm gonna be clicking a button, and it's gonna sound like Seal's house blew up, but it's not me, I promise.
But Linus lives there.
Linus will be safe. Linus will be safe. We already planned this. She has a bunker.
You do?
No, I'm just kidding.
So, y'all
We don't
flew...
have basements in California.
This is true. Y'all flew in from this way, from Escape Pod 34 Besh, I think is what it was called. Too lazy to look it up, so
Yep.
it's canon now. Y'all flew in this way, and what you saw was, ahead of you, you see a narrow, winding valley, one of many cutting through the rugged and overgrown terrain. A small river is visible through the trees, and a rocky dam at the southern end creates a long, oblong-shaped lake, which is filling much of the valley behind it. This area. But once you landed your ship and got a better look at things, you realize that the dam is actually the rusted hulk of a ship. It's jammed in between the rocky outcroppings of the opposing bluffs, and the color is similar to that of the surrounding rocks. Water is breaking into the ship through multiple points and pouring out the other side, whichever way it can find a path. Y'all did realize after further inspection that this was the aft engine section of a banking frigate, which is exactly the sort of ship you are looking for. What do you do now?
I believe all banking frigates keep their treasury in the aft section, so this is looking good, guys.
Ooh, hey, before
I've never
we
heard that
leave,
before, but I choose to believe it's true.
before we leave the ship,
I've actually never heard it before either.
can I like use the scanners to see what sections of the ship are still like mostly intact, or which ones are more, I don't know, like dangerous? If there's any weird wildlife
Scan for
inside?
life forms. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to accomplish now? What about seeing the other chunks of the ship? Because you only found this one.
Right. I just want to scan this specific chunk of the ship since we're so close to it with the ship scanners. I want to look for wildlife if I can, like inside of inside of this aft engine section, and see which parts are more damaged and which parts are still like stable enough for us to actually like walk on and stuff.
There is wildlife in there. You hit all sorts of wildlife in the general area. It's a fucking jungle out there.
Oh yeah, I figured as much.
There are a myriad amount of signals that you get bouncing off this thing, and you don't have a good clear scan of everything, but it would appear that there are multiple decks that are still at least enough together that you could climb in there and walk through various sections of the ship. Like, it's not a complete chunk of twisted metal.
Do we have to climb in?
Y'all haven't got close enough to see just yet. But you
That's a
can
yes.
get closer.
I was hoping for a
and-
flat no.
Right. Y'all can get closer and see if there's something near ground level or water level, or you could get in the water and try to go in the ship the way that the water's going in the ship, or you could try to climb up the cliff and drop down on top of the actual ship, because remember, there's like trees and stuff growing on top of it. It's been stuck here for 20 years.
Well, I'm sure Sam is not a strong swimmer, and neither am I. So I vote that we don't do that.
Just giving y'all options.
I say we fly the ship over and lower ourselves down via a rope.
To be
Ooh.
fair, I don't have to breathe, so technically I could just walk on the bottom of the freaking water and just.
You're
I'll
waterproof?
get there eventually. Maybe.
That'd be something good to know as a droid.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Water
say that
resistant
I'm
down
not.
to 10 meters.
It in fact doesn't say that I'm not, and we did decide earlier that I'm able to imbibe alcohol instead of oil as a sustenance to keep myself going. So
Still voting for flying the ship over
We should
to
lower
lower down
ourselves.
so we don't have to climb.
That'd be fun.
Ooh, that's a good fucking idea.
Let's do it.
I mean, we
That's
can
good.
fly. Why not, right?
I like these plans.
Yeah, we'll keep IT3 in the ship to make sure that the ship stays stationary.
I like this plan of using the technology we have instead of all last weeks we did like D&D like kind of playing where we're like, we don't have any rope.
Y'all are like 2 for 2,
Circumvent.
because so far you're like, I get the survival kit before going into the jungle, and let's use the spaceship instead of. Oh, I guess we could.
To be fair, we had already walked to the cliff. We didn't want to walk back to the ship. You know, it was like a quarter mile or something like that.
To be fair,
so-
on the last one, it was explicitly noted that tree cover prevented the ship from getting close enough to lower anyone down, but you could probably wing it on this one.
Cool.
I mean, we have a rope, so
So like somebody slams into the top of the tree.
I'm going to refresh my water real quick. So,
if anything, I think there's enough wires in Sam that we could makeshift a rope.
I don't think that's such a good idea because those wires are literally keeping me alive.
I mean, we would probably have to braid them like 3 wires to hold our weight. But oh, I'm
Before-
sorry,
the
Sam.
rope.
Did you say something?
The rope.
Yeah. Fucking racist. Everyone's racist against droids in Star Wars.
You have to be alive to be a race. Just saying.
Hey.
Oh no.
I am in fact alive. I have sentience, sir. I don't want to fucking hear it from you.
Let's find out if you're sentient after I pull out my restraining bolt.
Oh no.
Okay, all the restraining bolt does is that it makes it to where I can't go where you don't want me to. But that doesn't mean that I can't still think for myself.
You have to do what I tell you to, too.
It's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
I mean, not that I would ever think about doing it,
Besides every single day of your life.
besides every single day of my life.
Also, the magnets are getting old.
Yeah, how many more did you wake up with today?
Ooh, that's a good question. Zamira, how many more did I wake up with today?
That's a good question.
What did the haiku say?
It depends on how many you found and how many crevices there are.
my.
Crevices.
She got them in nice and deep.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a violation of my
Everything.
droidmanity. How dare you? I've been raped by freaking magnets, apparently.
I didn't say I put them in the crevices. They're just like next to them. Like,
Pointing them
out. Oh, yeah. I think the fact that you mentioned crevices at all is rapey enough.
it's like you probably have never experienced this, but it's like when a crumb falls down your shirt and you like lose it, and then you take your shirt off and crumbs fall out of your shirt, and you're like, where the fuck did I eat fucking like whatever this is, and or like
Well-
it's like wedged under your boob, like between your bra and your boob, and
Yeah.
like you take your bra off and like a Skittle falls out, and you're like, what?
And that's why I don't wear bras.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have nice boobs to play with, so no, that's never happened to me before.
This is what the stream's for, so that everyone
yeah.
can hear people talk about getting cinnamon Pop-Tart crumbs out from beneath their boobies.
Hey, man, that was your wife.
I think we did have a real missed opportunity on the wheel, though. Think of how many cheesy tourist magnets they would have had for sale, and we didn't
Right.
grab any of them.
Yeah, so, yeah, good point. I want to do a check to see how many magnets they have placed on me in the middle of the night.
I mean, how convenient would it be just to keep a bottle opener on him whenever we need one?
I hate you guys so much.
Did anyone get out of the ship on the shore, or did y'all just take a nap and wake up and decide, hey, why don't we fly over there?
The second one.
Yeah, the second.
Yeah, the second one.
The second one.
Although we'll probably regret it, but
I
the
was-
second one.
I was very much so serious about searching for magnets that they placed on me.
That is between you and the magnet placer. Not like I'm not world building that. That depends on how many magnets she comes equipped with.
I threw a lot of them away yesterday, or well, technically it was yesterday in the game, so I'm not sure how many she still has.
Somewhere between 0 and 3.
Did you throw them away, or did you just place them somewhere that I can just find them?
He just took them off and dropped them on the ground. So like, if you saw him do that, you could have picked them up again.
I picked them up.
I'm not gonna be a dick and get rid of your magnets unless we have a place nearby with a trash can, because then I will definitely get rid of all the magnets that you place on me.
I'm gonna have to get this party commissioned and make sure that Sam's got a nice magnet on his ass.
It just says slut. It's just instead of pants. He's just got a big magnet on his ass that just says slut.
Honk if you're horny.
Anyway,
Let's get flying.
Oh my.
We fly the
You're gonna-
ship over.
Okay, so y'all decided that climbing up rocks was too hard, so what you're going to do instead is use a moving spaceship that will create air in the trees and lower yourselves down on a swinging rope. So,
Hey, they picked up Luke in the Falcon. I'm sure we can attempt a drop-off procedure.
okay.
Yeah,
like those
ships have a low hover mode. Okay, I don't want to hear this from you, DM. That makes all the rules.
Mm-hmm. I'm just making sure nothing crazy here, because it's been a week and a half since I read this page of the book. But let's do some hard athletics check, unless you have a reason that it would be easier for you.
The reason would be
Athletic.
that we are tying the rope around ourselves, preferably clipping onto a harness, which most ships do come with.
Is there one in that survival kit?
Yes, and Zamira will be very carefully lowering us through a pulley system that we have devised with a failsafe that if she lets go, it will just hold the rope where it is. And I will do a mechanics check if I need to.
What pieces of the ship are you using to build this gantry pulley?
Oh, I would never take apart the ship. We're using Sam.
Okay.
No.
First of all, that's not happening. And second of all,
Okay. There has to be somewhere where we can like clip the rope on, right? Like on the ship.
Sure. I'm gonna assume that.
We will tie the rope off at a pre-specified length that we will not actually hit the ground if the rope is dropped.
Okay.
They did the math.
I mean, we can test it. We'll lower the rope first and see, okay, that's a good distance.
So you want IT3 driving the ship during all of this?
I mean,
It'll mostly be an autopilot. We'll just let him.
yeah.
once we get to the drop-off point, all he has to do is just leave it, really.
I'm just saying that somebody needs to be making piloting checks to hold this fucker still while y'all do this. And I didn't know if you wanted the protocol droid doing that when you had 2 pilots in the group.
It's not a good idea.
I know, but I don't want to be left behind.
I'm okay with
I'm
being
just-
left behind.
I'm just saying you can at least volunteer to do it until it's your turn, which is,
Oh yeah, okay.
4 good checks and 1 iffy check is much better than 5 because IT3 has 1 green die.
Sure. Do we have to check every like 2 minutes or something, or is it like every single time someone's lower down, and then once we're down?
Just for sake of ease, we're gonna do 1 piloting check per person that gets lowered down, and just say that piloting check will cover the entire process of flying the ship in there, getting it somewhere close enough into the trees that it makes the descent of the dangler doable.
When we get back to the wheel guys, we're buying a pulley system.
It would be a piloting check for 1, 2, 3, we'll call it 4 people. So we're going to call them average 2 purple piloting checks. Who wants to go first?
Well, we could have a pilot and a co-pilot for the first 2 people, right?
Yeah.
If you make that declaration, yes.
Yeah, let's
I
do
like that plan.
Does it matter which piloting we use, though? Does it have to be planetary? Or can it be either?
Let's do planetary, considering that...
shoot.
I mean, it is a spaceship.
Yeah.
What's the do the skills specify vehicle type or where you're flying them,
I
Steven?
believe it's vehicle type, but I can look it up.
Let's fuck it, use space. It's a spaceship.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Because I am a merciful god.
If you guys don't mind, I'll go first so that I can scan the immediate area once I land.
All right, cool.
Cool. I'm gonna use a destiny point to put a to upgrade the difficulty on that because fuck Sam.
What if I use it? I thought I could use the destiny point. How dare you?
Generally accepted that no matter where you actually are, all spacecraft use space, all ground vehicles use planetary.
See,
Oh,
that's
okay,
why I
cool.
keep you around.
Yeah,
one of them purples is getting upgraded to a red, just because that'll be the 1 destiny point that I remember to use this session.
What a dick!
So it's 1 purple, 1 red.
Are we allowed to use a light side point to counter it?
I don't think you can use 1 of each, but I could go look that up.
I don't think you can either.
So I'm upgrading whoever's the main pilot's check to be 1 purple, 1 red. Whoever's doing the co-pilot action, yours is still the same, which in the book I believe is just an average 2 purples.
Rick, how much do you have again in your piloting? I have 2 yellow, 1 green.
2 yellow, 2 green.
Okay, you go first. I'll do your, or I'll be the co-pilot. Should I go first?
Yes, co-pilot first because it affects the pilot's check.
Okay.
And oh boy, the Triumph.
Right.
You got thoughts on that Triumph?
Can I take away your red?
Very possibly.
You can do a lot with
Would it-
Triumph.
I
It's
think
kind of
I
weird
can.
though.
Let's just
Yeah.
make
Would
it
it
an
at least
automatic
downgrade it?
success.
Yeah, can I just make it so Sam safely gets down?
No, we're gonna learn this system, y'all. What can we use a Triumph on?
It's a long list, yeah.
Upgrade the difficulty of target characters. Yeah, so you can totally just you can affect Tali, or you can affect Kodo's roll to basically undo what I did with my destiny point.
So it's back down to 2 purple.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do that.
Which is funny
Take
because that would have
that.
been the first red roll that y'all rolled with a chance of
Yeah.
despair.
And here we go.
Great success. Sam, without too much trouble and only 1 or 2 broken branches, you find yourself atop the aft engine section of the Sa Nala Or.
Yay! All right, I will immediately take out my infrared binoculars and I'll start like scanning the immediate area for entrances and any immediate threats in the vicinity while everybody else is rappelling down.
I'll be the next one to go to watch his back. And remember that I'm a very small person, so it's very easy to lower me. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little
So
Teletubby.
So we're just doing the same thing again, same rolls.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I had any more info I could give Sam. Sam, like I said, there's dirt and rocks and stuff that there was enough debris flung in the air when this thing landed here that there is enough dirt that trees and stuff have grown up, but they're not much bigger than like your arm because it's only been 20 years, so most trees are smaller saplings. There's 1 or 2 big ones, but there's not enough dirt for too big of trees. The plating seems kind of steady, like where you're at. It doesn't seem like you're at fear of falling through the plating in this particular area, but it is definitely not good enough for the spaceship to land on. Like you couldn't clear out trees and get the ship to land.
Okay, and any entrances that I spot? Any like big holes that we could get down through?
There's a couple of different holes up on top, and I think I have something for you here. There are actually, you notice now that you are here and out of the ship, you actually notice that there's a couple of wooden ladders like drapes down the side of this thing.
Wooden.
As opposed to?
Polycarbonate.
Okay, can I
Metal.
go over and inspect one of the ladders to see like how old it is?
Old enough to know better.
Sure. Give me a perception check. Call it average.
Okay, B. Where is perception? There it is. Okay.
Okay, well there's that.
Yeah.
That
Think
is a
about what
thing
you
that happened.
think about what you might want to use that Triumph on, but I will tell you with the Triumph, since it counts as a success, question mark. Nope, it got canceled out too. They look old, but you don't know if they're usable. They do look old though.
I'll just use my triumph to make the next repelling check for whoever easier.
Okay, so they can upgrade one of their
Nice.
greens to a yellow. Who's going next?
I am.
All right, before you start rappelling down, I yell out to him, "All right, Surge, it's your lucky day. Here you go."
Like Lieutenant Surge?
Dang, it
Awesome.
really is.
Like Sergio.
Also, I was gonna say that I think for this session his name should be Tubby Swanson, but anyway.
Oh, that's a good one.
Next session.
Dude,
Damn.
like there's only one person that hasn't rolled Triumph yet?
Let's go.
Yay.
Hot dog.
This is some bullshit.
All of the
How you like
triumph.
using those destiny points, huh?
Here's
No, I'm saving them so that you fall through the fucking thing and get flushed in the river.
All right. I will be using my acute senses to make sure there are no threats.
You hear a spaceship hovering directly above you.
But I hear it acutely.
That is an accurate statement.
All right. who's
Sam,
next?
you're checking out some ladders, and Sergio Von what's his nuts lands behind you.
Sup?
He seems to be listening to the spaceship.
It's got a bit of a rhythm to it, you know?
That's
Well,
deep, man.
I didn't detect any immediate threats, but there are these ladders here, but they look rather old. I'm not sure if they're usable or not.
Kind of idiot builds a ladder not out of Durasteel.
Perhaps one that wasn't planning on keeping it here for too long.
All right,
I'm
we
not
got
sure.
Zamira all ready to go.
All right, I'll go.
Oh boy.
See here.
Oh boy.
So we both got triumphs on that. I guess I'll just use that to and give myself a boost. So I guess I'll do that for my next roll.
I'll do the same with my triumph. That is, give myself a boost. Well, I'll hold off. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe I do need it.
I mean, she was
Still
successful,
success.
so
Yeah.
you're
With the Triumph, you actually can upgrade the die, not just boost, like turn a green into a yellow.
it's true. Gives you more chance for more triumphs.
Mm.
3 yellows, 1 green. 3 yellows, 1 green.
No, I'll just stick with the normal. So still just
So remember,
purple,
yours
yeah?
is no.
Or is-
She was successful, so yours is easier. It's 1 purple.
1 purple.
Because y'all are using a pilot and co-pilots to dodge trees.
Mm-hmm. Successfully.
With some advantage, too. Samira basically teleports the fuck down there.
Yeah, I didn't fall to my death. Good job, you guys.
Just Mary Poppins her way.
Technically,
over.
she's the one you should have dropped if you were going to drop someone, because she has the highest wound threshold.
That's very true.
That is true. That is true.
Still glad we didn't drop you though.
Me.
Okay. I'll head down, I guess. Did we decide just to leave IT3 with the ship for now?
Yeah, on autopilot.
That's what y'all been doing, so...
Can we tell him to go park it? Like, no sense leaving it flying out in the middle of nowhere. We can just call him on the comm link.
Sure.
Oh, he's a valet now.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Okay.
Who's down next?
I will be.
Okay. Kodo, are you piloting?
Yeah.
Can you
Use
give
your
yourself
advantage to
a
give
boost?
yourself. Yeah.
Yes. So how? I'm curious. Would I just have to set the dice pool like manually up here, or is there a
Yep.
button to make it?
Yep. So just
Okay.
set it to 2 purples and a boost.
2 purples and a boost.
Yeah, and then click on piloting, and it'll add the other 4 dice.
Okay.
Sergio gets it. Hey, good
Nice.
enough. Tally, you're down there.
Woo!
And you can use those advantages to give IT 2 boosts.
Nice.
Good, because
Because
I
he's
don't want
gonna
to drop
need it.
me.
We'll catch you.
As I back away.
Buckle up, kids. Here comes Kodo.
Woo!
Oh.
Yay! A little bumpy, but that's okay.
Technically a success.
You were swinging wildly, but we got you down.
Swinging wildly, so I'm going to spend all that glorious threat on giving Kodo a strain and IT a strain, as IT is losing, like, he's having trouble keeping her steady, so he's having to fight with it, and Kodo kind of goes through a branch or two on the way down. Not enough for wound, but certainly a little less clean than when Tally was flying the ship.
Oh wait, I never. So when we sleep, does that get rid of the strain?
Yes.
All your strain's
Okay.
gone, so you're back at 1
So,
strain now.
so now I'm down to 1, but we only lose 1 wound. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be fair, you're already ugly, so hitting a few branches on the way down isn't going to do much to you.
Yeah. Who needs? What is the version? What would be the closest thing to charisma here? Presence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who needs presence? Not me, because I don't have much of it.
You are all on top of the aft engine section.
Yes.
I'm going to tell IT also before he parks to drop the rope down.
Mm-hmm.
Like to all y'all?
Yes.
Yep.
So I can
Okay. Yeah.
wrap it up and put it back in my backpack.
Sure.
In my bag of holding.
I am sure that won't make getting out of here any more difficult.
Ooh. Yeah, we didn't think
Well,
about that.
It's easier to climb down than it is up.
Yep.
So
What?
we can
It's
climb
called
down
following.
the ship to where it's parked.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'm sure
I mean,
you
they
can
already
just
have
have
ladders to climb down.
Yeah, I'm sure you can just have him saddle the ship right up next to it and jump from the crash to the hovering airlock. It'll be great.
We were planning on climbing to the aft engine with the ship parked
I like the
anyways.
jumping idea.
Be a hero. This is a fucking action movie. Come on.
We just watched Predator like 2 days ago. It's making me think of that.
Nice.
We just watched the Honest trailer and CinemaSins for The Predator. And the whole time the movie music was playing in the background, I was like, oh, it's the fucking last session.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to tie the rope into a lasso and then throw it around Zamira
Interesting choice.
and then loop it around myself and start climbing down this ladder.
Wait, why are you attaching it to me?
Because you weigh more than I do.
Strong. You're also the strong girl.
So if I jump, that's probably not what you want me to do.
Like,
I mean,
off the ship?
I have a brawn of 1, so I'll hold on to that ladder for at least 0.1 seconds.
So wait, you're climbing down the ladder?
Yeah, gonna see where it goes.
Okay.
Like, there are no other entrances into the aft engine that we see, right?
I mean, like I told Sam, there's a couple of holes, damage and stuff along the surface, but y'all haven't like spread out. This is a big chunk of the ship. Like y'all aren't just on a 20 by 20. Like this is.
Oh.
Well, let's spread out then.
Yeah, it's the
And-
size of y'all's entire ship and bigger. So like.
Oh.
Everyone stay within sight lines and
Yeah.
watch where you step because there are holes in the ship. But let's look for the best way in.
Remember, this is a big enough chunk that it's blocking the whole river, and there's multiple levels of it, like at least 3, maybe 4 decks of the ship. So this is a big chunk of a capital ship. This is not just y'all are standing on a piece of metal in the river.
Okay. As a pilot that might be somewhat familiar with larger ships or something like that, can I check to see if I would know like what area would be like a holding area in that kind of like in that type of
Define
ship?
holding area.
Like I wouldn't necessarily want to go to the engine room. You know, I want to see if there's the treasure. So like where
Or
would
an
I
easy
be able to,
access
like-
point.
would I be able to check out to see?
Oh, so you're looking for like a
know
cargo
kind of-
hold.
Yeah, like an area.
Um,
Yes.
we'll make this fun. Let's look at knowledge skills real quick. You can give me an easy check. We'll call it piloting, even though knowledge is more appropriate for the check here, but I'm going to say all your time around ships. Call it an average piloting or an easy education. Your choice.
Okay, I'll go average piloting. Cool.
Aha, success. It would not be on this part of the ship.
Really?
All right, let's pack it up and go home.
Again, this is... Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to relay that information by saying, well, guys, from what I've seen in the past, usually this area of the ship isn't used for cargo. We can keep looking for an entrance and just kind of see what we find, but it doesn't look very promising.
You couldn't tell me that before I jumped off the ship.
Well, I only just saw it up close.
I just shake my
Great.
head.
Well, if we can find even a a halfway working computer within this section of the ship, then I can at least integrate with it and try to find more information before we head out.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's try to find a way in. Spread out, stay within sight, watch your step.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get you all a picture real quick.
Yay.
Yeah.
I like pictures.
Sergio.
My roll 20 is disagreeing with me. Okay, there he goes. Sorry. Y'all see that bad boy? I'll make a actual handout in a second, but this is what we're looking at.
Okay.
So see on the
So
back how
pretty.
there's those two half crescenty sections. There's engines on the back of the ship. I'll get you a side profile in a moment, and you're standing atop like that back chunk.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
And I'll actually make a handout for that. But there are several different holes, as mentioned. And go ahead.
Can I see where the ladders lead to?
Down the side. The
Like
cliffs
not
you would have...
inside the ship, though.
No.
So we're like right here?
That's that would be the bridge, I think. We're back here.
Oh. Okay.
Well, it's all big. Oh, man.
Y'all are back here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Ladders are down the side towards the cliffs and stuff that you would have had to go through to get here had you not flown on the ships. So you think ladders were fashioned as a way for people on ground level to get here, get up to where you are.
Watch out for Ewoks and Gungans.
So it definitely looks like we're not the first people to find this wreckage.
Correct.
Gonna have to
Bummer.
kick the natives off the planet.
Why is that your first thought?
Trying to take my treasure.
Looking down into any of the holes, it's going to be dark down in all of them, but you can see pretty decent in a couple. One of them is going to lead to nothing but water, and you decide that that's probably a pretty terrible idea. One of them leads to just a broken, twisted mess of metal. There might be a way to crawl down if you spend further time inspecting. And one of them, it's a bit of a drop, but it would be jumping down to a theoretically usable bit of flooring inside the actual ship.
How much is a bit of a drop? Like deadly drop?
No, like, it's not like you're just hopping through. It would be down to the first floor, so ceiling to floor height, 8-10 feet.
Oh, that's not bad. All right,
Not-
we're doing the lasso
yeah.
thing with Zamira.
Yeah.
I'll go in first.
Sure, she can anchor herself somewhere, or even use a tree if you want to get lowered down into there.
Yeah, because I don't want to climb down in. I have brawn of 1.
Okay. She is AFK for just a second. We'll have her make a athletics-y type check to hold you, but other than that, consider yourself being lowered. Is there anything anyone else wants to do?
I'm holding my pistol, by the way, and a grenade in the other hand.
I'm sure it'll go
my
great.
gosh.
I want to hold my pistol, or my blaster, whatever, but I don't have a grenade, so I'll just be giving a good thumbs up.
You don't have a
Encouragement.
grenade? Just ask me. I'll give you my spares.
I trust you with the grenading.
Wait, what'd I miss?
You are
Uh,
saving the
anything.
day.
As always.
You're making an
What?
athletics check to lower me into the ship.
Did you make it?
What?
How? Zamira, you're gonna make an athletics check, average, to lower Spicy Banditito into the ship.
Sergio Von Trapp. Jeez, get it right.
Average is 1 purple or 2 purple?
2 purple, please, hon. And this is to control the speed at which he is lowered into the ship and stuff.
Well done. Well done.
Alright, so without too much trouble, you are lowered into the darkened ship. It is loud
What
in
do
here.
I see with my acute senses? I'm sorry, I just like saying it.
It's dark, it's loud, there's water rushing through beneath you somewhere, and it's echoing in here pretty decently. But you are in a long hallway. It looks like maintenance corridors and stuff, considering that this was the engine section of the ship. You don't necessarily see anything from where you're at that indicates one direction or the other that you should be heading, but the hallway splits off from you in both directions. Y'all are kind of in the center of this piece.
All right, I'll unclip myself in sign that they should lower the next person in, and then I yell, "Echo! Echo! Echo!"
Echo, echo, echo.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how he lowered the person who, in general, doesn't always speak that much and sometimes mixes up his words. So I'll head down next unless somebody else wants to go down first.
No, go ahead.
All right.
Callie,
thing.
rendezvous downstairs.
Please don't tell me I have to do an athletics check.
Do you want to use the rope with Zamira?
Sure, if Zamira's cool with it.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's all gonna be averages, considering her strength and everyone else's size. Oh no.
Oh no.
All you had to
Wait.
do was walk around the tree.
So
Oh,
was Pixie Stick still like attached to the rope while you were climbing down?
Nah.
No, I unclipped myself. I did say that.
How much damage you take from falling 6 feet?
Enough to break the
What?
ice.
If you're letting me choose.
I have to go look how falling works. I know there was a short distance. I think we called it 2 or 3 before, so let's just call it you're falling onto flat metal plating, so we'll call it two wounds suffered as I don't know whether. Oh yeah, we're saying 2 damage, and you land hard on the metal deck.
Okay. Can we get our little thing so I can? Actually,
Oh,
it doesn't really matter
yeah,
that
it's-
much.
yeah,
Actually, you know what?
let's-
Never mind. It doesn't matter that much.
This map doesn't matter either.
Yeah. I have 2 soak, so I'm good.
Here, have some tokens to play with. I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
Yay!
It says suffer damage reduced by soak and strain. Reduce damage and strain with an average athletics or coordination check. Each success reduces damage by 1. Each advantage reduces strain by 1. Short range is 10 damage, 10 strain.
Okay. So what's her
Sorry, I
soak?
should have looked that up.
What's her soak?
Does that? Did you just say I get 10 damage for falling 6 feet?
And 10 strain for.
But then you apply
serious?
your advantages and your soak and stuff. But I have heard rumbles on the internet before that you can fall a short distance and fucking kill your character.
Wow.
So you have to make an average athletics or coordination check.
God damn it. It's
Sure,
trying to
that'd be great.
avoid having to do
I'll
an
give you a
athletic.
boost because you're attached to a rope, so it's not free fall.
Your coordination might be better.
But you do get a boost.
What is coordination here? 'Cause
Agility.
I don't have that on my.
It's under general skills.
Say it one more time, because I don't have that.
Coordination is agility under general skills.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Do I have to roll with 2 purple?
2 purple and a set of blue as well. Right?
Yeah,
Is it
that.
average or okay?
Average, but with a boost because you are descending on the rope. Hey!
Phew.
What does that get us, person who has that page open right now?
All right. It says that you reduce damage by 2. You still take 10 strain, so that's 8 damage reduced by soak.
Man, climbing is gonna kill y'all more than any enemy ever did.
That is short
and
range,
asteroids.
right?
Yeah, it's short.
Okay. I didn't know if that would count as engaged or not. I wouldn't think it'd be engaged.
No.
Sorry, shouldn't have looked up the rules.
Yeah, maybe stop trying to help me.
Somebody's gonna have to help me learn this system.
Well, because Zamira did get a bunch of advantage. I should have added that on too. I just didn't think about it at the time.
It's true. We could have slapped some
so-
more boosts in there.
It's alright. You're alive. You're alive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
barely.
use a stim pack on her. Let me look it up. Giving you 5 wounds.
But I already have 6.
I'm healing you for 5.
Thanks.
Use all the stim packs before y'all fight any monsters.
I got 1 left.
That'll be
I got 1
fine.
left.
This
No one else fall.
the whole strain thing though, isn't that like if you max out your strain?
You fall unconscious.
Yeah, I'm on. Okay.
You'll be
Alright.
fine. You'll be fine.
Just take a nap. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Take a nap.
Take a nap. Okay, I'm just gonna I fall and then I just stay laying down. I'm just gonna nap right here.
I'm
I'm-
stabbing
I am-
her with the stim pack and then like dusting off her coat and
I am
patting
going
her head.
to stress again, this is a large chunk of the ship, and like y'all get the feeling that if you wanted to search every square inch of this place between the size, the water flooding the decks and stuff like that, like y'all could spend a full day or 2 days searching this chunk of the ship.
That's all right. We just need to find a computer for Sam.
Sure. Sam, you climbing down?
Yep.
You're a lightweight droid, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm not like massively heavy.
What would you
I'm
say
not,
you
I'm not
weigh?
I'm not a combat droid. I'm not sure how much does Durasteel fucking plating and stuff like that actually weigh. Actually, I don't even know what the fuck I'm made out of. Now that I say that.
Durasteel is incredibly light, while also incredibly strong.
Yeah, we'll keep it at 2. We're just gonna have to figure out if Zamira's gonna just jump down or what.
I'm jumping.
Okay, can you make me an athletics check to not kill the droid?
Watch you like
Wow.
totally nail it too.
It was completely it did nothing.
6 dice, no outcome.
No outcome.
Sam, you're in the ship.
Yay!
You feel
Sam
like,
actually he just says yay for no reason.
you feel like
but
it
like,
should have been easier, but you
yeah.
eventually get in the ship.
Okay.
Kodo, you want to jump down?
Yeah, why not?
All the cool kids are doing it.
Okay, so I'm on athletics, and it's how hard?
Zamira's lowering you, so as long as you feel like clipping yourself onto the rope like the other people have, then you don't need to roll anything. If you're just holding on to the rope since you still have that sweet blaster out because all the cool kids are doing it, then I would need athletics from you as you are lowered, holding the rope in one hand and your gun in the other.
And how hard? Just 2 purple, or?
If you're choosing to only hold on with one hand, athletics 2 purple from you, athletics 2 purple from Zamira. If you're clipping yourself into the harness or having the rope wrapped around you like the other people did, Zamira 2 purple.
Fine, I'll put my gun away. Just seems like too risky.
You could always jump. It's only 10 feet.
Yeah, I mean it didn't hurt. didn't hurt Tally.
All you have to do is make a really good coordination check.
So am I just
And-
rolling then?
Yes, please,
And
ma'am.
my coordination is 4 greens. Yeah.
All right,
That's successful.
That is.
Zamira, before you
Close
come down,
enough
make sure you
government
securely
work.
tie that rope off so that we can get
To
back out
myself?
to a tree
Oh. Okay, I do
to
that.
yourself. Yeah, tie it to yourself and just stay up there. You're strong as an oak.
You are our anchor.
Is there a tree nearby that I can tie it to?
Several.
Okay, do that. Then why did everyone tie the rope to me?
Because
You were lowering us down.
Sergio ran over and tied the rope to you while you were gone, and then like when they got back, they're like, "This is the plan we're going with." So
Well,
no one ever anchored
Her
the rope.
athletics check is better than all of ours, so it's better for her to lower us down than it is for us to climb down.
This is a true statement. I was just explaining what got her in that situation since she was AFK was that you tied the rope around her as an anchor, and that she has been like, y'all hook in and she walks to lower y'all. So that's why she was making athletics. If you fix the rope to a fixed point, whoever's doing the climbing down would need to do athletics.
Right.
Okay, so I tie the rope to a tree. Can I just do athletics to get down myself?
Yep. Hey, everybody's in the ship.
Woohoo!
Now what?
What do y'all do?
All right, Sam, where's the computer?
Yeah, about that.
How
I like-
dark
Alright.
is it in here? Is it dark in here?
There's light around the area that you're at because you're beneath the broken hole in the top of the plating.
I am
But it's
pulling
dark.
out the flashlight from the survival kit.
Ooh, I totally got like night vision goggles, you guys. Like,
What?
yeah.
When she puts on the night vision goggles, I'm flashing the flashlight at her goggles.
You're a jerk.
No. I swat his hand away so he doesn't do that.
The GM is typing.
Yeah, I have scanner goggles.
That's awesome.
Who wants
Lead
them?
away.
Would it make my senses double acute?
No, you're cute enough.
No.
It was not
Sorry.
a cough of surprise. It was just a cough.
Sam, where's the computer? What?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway,
What's a computer?
Y'all can make some checks if you want to kind of scout out, or if you tell me which direction you kind of want to head. At this point, nobody has done anything to give me reason to describe the situation better, because y'all are just directly beneath the hole. So the two directions we are working with are north and south. One is toward the lake.
I did yell echo. Did I hear any response?
You heard echo back, yes.
Someone's here.
Okay.
Who's got perception?
I have my
Guys,
scanner goggles.
spooky.
Can I look around in the dark?
I will also do that with my infrared binoculars.
Sure.
Nice,
Tell me what each of those do, like mechanic wise. Remember, north is toward the lake and south is down the river, and that is you're kind of at an angle a little bit, but just for ease, the hallway runs north and south, and you guys can pick whether you want to go back towards the lake or out towards the river.
I say we split up. Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby, that's Samira, Kodo, Sam, go south.
Dibs on
And
being
then
Velma.
Fred and Daphne will go north.
Actually,
And I have
screw
dibs on
you.
Daphne.
I'm the smart one, so I'm Velma, and you can go fuck yourself.
You know, just
Dibs on being
because
Scooby.
Velma had glasses doesn't make her smart. Yeah, that's
Velma
a
was
stereotype.
definitely the smart one.
Yeah, she
was
always got the
only
clues.
one.
Definitely a
Velma was
nudge
the star
above.
of that
And I'm the
show.
only one with an ascot, so that makes me Fred.
So that means
Solid
Leah
logic.
has to be freaking Daphne.
I don't see one on your token.
That's 2 sessions in a row you managed to work in.
It's in my character
Fred.
sheet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyway, my infrared binoculars allow me to scan through walls, and if it's for like range scanning, it removes the black dye from it.
Okay. Setback die.
That's the word I was looking for.
Do we have any triumphs available?
There's probably one still lurking around. Yeah. What you have in mind?
Just wanted to.
I'm going to
Turn
flip a
on.
destiny point,
Okay.
and I found a computer in the room we're in.
Okay. Go ahead and flip that destiny point.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, look! A computer! Sam, connect to it.
I have a feeling this is gonna be bad. Is there an actual? Did he actually find a computer? Is that how it works?
Yeah, y'all are in a
Oh,
hallway,
it's
but
some sort of
there's
data port.
there's a like a there's doors and stuff because it's a hallway, and if you wanted to, you could find a terminal or a pad, not necessarily right where you're at, but within a couple of feet either direction down the hallway. This is again like a maintenance tunnel near the engine area of the ship, so
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll look around, find the nearest terminal, and try to see what I can access off of it. If there's any records or what would be. Okay, see, this is a thing I don't know. Out of character, but I'm sure Sam would know. In character, would the terminals update like schematics and stuff like that based on like assessing damage to the ship if they were still active?
what are you looking for specifically? Like, I hear what you're asking, but help word that slightly better. So that I
I'm trying to think of the right wording. So basically, I want to try to download a schematic of this section of the ship that is updated to include the damage that it has sustained, so that I can find the safest and most direct route to the different rooms that we could search and possibly find something, or
Flight path of the
So-
ship, how it crashed would be useful.
that too. Yeah.
So
But I already
this-
have that. I actually already have that from the escape pod.
Yeah, you do. You have a very good idea of what was going down from the escape pod. And what was going down was the Sun.
The ship.
Yeah.
You think, being a smart droid that jacks into random terminals in old decrepit spaceships, apparently at least once in your life, you think that you would need a more important terminal than the hallway terminal. Like if you were in some kind of engine room or the bridge or, somewhere that actually had a computer that would be hooked to those sorts of diagnostics, more than likely. But
Okay.
just a kiosk in the hallway isn't gonna read out full.
Well, hey, now it's not like R2 ever needed a better terminal.
I mean, you say that.
He did
But
a couple
I have
times.
2 pieces of information for you. One, you don't think you would be able to get that kind of information from this terminal. And 2, this terminal does not fucking work. In fact,
Ah.
there is no power, there is no nothing in the chunk of the ship that you're in. Like it is
Use
old
a light side
and
point.
decrepit
That's what we already did.
and like water is dripping and rushing through not the floor you're on, but you can hear it on the floor below you. It sounds like the floor below you might in fact be a river now.
Okay.
I don't see anything else right here that I need to give you just yet. But yeah, light side point to say there's a terminal in the room. However, here's a whole paragraph saying nothing in this section of the ship fucking works.
Okay.
That makes 100% sense. I'll relay that to the rest of the group. It seems as though there is no power to this section of the ship, or at least not this immediate section. If we're wanting to find more information, we're going to need a larger terminal that actually has some semblance of power rooted to it.
Okay. It's not my strong suit, but I'd like to, if you don't mind, do a perception check to see if I can see anything around. Like if
Yeah.
I can tell if there's been
Yep.
other people here recently or anything. Would it be 2 purples?
Are you looking specifically for like signs of people having been here, or are you just doing like a general, like what do I see?
Yeah, let's just do a general. What do I see first? Might as
Okay.
well get
Give
the lay of the
me.
land.
Did somebody turn on light? Yeah, Numbnuts has flashlight. So just easy, 1 purple.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, you're in a hallway. It goes both north and south from where you're at. There are doors along it. Not a bunch, but every 40 or 50 feet, there's doors off to side rooms. You don't see any signs of anybody or anything in the piece of the hallway that you're in. But just from your general perception, this piece seems sturdy enough that everything within sight, you're not afraid of like breaking and falling just being in here. Like it's not creaking and moving just because the 5 of y'all are standing here. It seems pretty steady. But
Okay.
you do see at least 2 or 3 doors within line of sight, line of flashlight that you could check out. And then you could give me like a survival check if you were trying to look for prints or signs of life. See if anyone else had jumped down this hole.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Survival's
Average,
not my strong suit either, but
yeah, average survival.
okay, I'll give it a try. Maybe if I don't see anything, someone else might want to take a look. Yeah.
You see a bunch of Sergio's footprints everywhere when he was running around yelling echo.
Was it Zamira that had good survival?
She has all the
Someone
survival.
else has.
Survival.
Yeah, maybe just as.
Plus, I have scanner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My scanner goggles let me see in the dark.
This is true.
So prepared.
You want to make a survival check for me, hon?
Sure. How many purple?
So are you looking for like footprints and tracks? We'll call it 1 purple if you could get away from the group just a little bit, and either whether you're using your binoculars, your goggles or not, 1 purple.
Alright, well, I'll walk a little ways away and I'll use my super awesome see in the dark goggles and let's see.
That'll do it.
I see things.
Yep.
Nice.
You see that there are old tracks here. People have been here. People, a fair amount of people. There's mud and stuff tracked in. It looks like I said, people kind of braved the cliff, climbed up the ladders, and were coming into several of the holes in the top of the ship. And being that this was the best of the 4 that y'all looked at, this looks like a point that other people used to ingress into the ship. So you do see signs of traffic here. A lot of it is old, but at least one set of tracks looks like maybe within the last couple of months.
Ooh.
And I have to read a paragraph because you rolled a triumph. So discuss amongst yourself, and I will tell you what your triumph gives you.
So how's it going, Daphne?
So we're just hanging out down here. I turn to Sam. Samuel, Samwise. So, how did you get into the employ of the Pike Syndicate?
I am not actually currently in the employ of the Pike Syndicate necessarily. I was mostly just drifting until I found you and this crew, and the fact that you all decided to work for these people was at least beneficial for me for now.
Oh, interesting. Did you actually pick up this job on the wheel, or were you somewhere else and then you picked it up?
Actually, I picked this job up when I met up with you before we got to the wheel. I actually had no real aspirations for any kind of work of this sort. I was actually looking for something else.
Oh, okay. What are you looking for?
True
That's-
love.
That's kind of hard to explain, and this probably isn't necessarily the best area in which to do so.
Okay, well, can't blame me for trying. Just like to chat.
That's fine. Chatting is something that most fleshy creatures enjoy.
It's true. I'm quite the chatter. What about you, Kodo? What were you doing before this?
I may or may not have been stealing ships. Actually,
Ooh.
I was just a low end commercial pilot, but I might have borrowed my boss's ship and gone on a little bit of a ride. And as it turns out, not really a fan of that.
Frowned upon, huh?
It is apparently frowned upon in that establishment.
Was it a nice
So now
ship?
I'm here.
Yeah, how was the joyride, though? Worth
It
it?
was amazing, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. By the by, if you notice any fun ships laying around, point them out to me.
I will
You're
keep it in
standing in
mind.
one.
You what?
You're standing in one.
I don't know if this one is. I
Piece
I
of
need
the
a
ship?
cockpit or like a bridge or something.
This is the
you know?
engine side.
Yeah, it's the most fun part. It's where all the fun comes from.
Can I make a mechanics check to see if I can fix the ship? Say like average difficulty.
You just
Average, yeah, I'm sure.
you just like strap the engines together and then like have like a single joystick, and it's like it kind of points in this direction and goes.
Hey, I fixed it.
Good
Woo!
job.
What is
I
that?
fixed the
What
ship
is
while
that
you were
movie?
gone.
Is like Flight of the Concorde or whatever, where
The Phoenix. Yeah.
The Phoenix,
Flight of
yeah.
the Phoenix.
Just do that. We fly to the Phoenix this thing.
I did it
Y'all-
already.
Y'all gonna find somebody that's good at making model airplanes and get them to fly to Sanalaor? What did I miss?
I did a mechanics check to
We
fix
are
the ship,
duct
and I
taping
succeeded.
the engines together, adding something that resembles a joystick, and just a single switch. It just says go.
We'll just use Sam's joystick to.
Oh my!
With that advantage or triumph rather, on Zamira's check, what I will give her is, she gets away from the group, looking at tracks and stuff like that, and she sees that not the first door, but the second door along this hallway to the north, back towards the lake. It looks like people have been trying to get in there, but have not been able to do so. Like the door is closed and secured and stuff, and there's clearly like scrapes and scratches, and it looks like people were trying to pry into that room and never actually got the door to open further than just a little bit of a sliver. So it looks like there might be an untouched room.
Ooh. You're up, Surge. Grenade time.
All right, I throw a grenade into
Jesus.
Just kidding. I was just kidding. I was teasing. I like run and stop him before he pulls the pin. Gotta learn the difference between when I'm kidding and when I'm being serious. We need to have a talk later about this.
I don't joke about grenades.
Okay, well.
All right,
Sorry.
so I
So-
peer into the room.
Well, which
There's
room?
like a sliver, right?
Yeah, not big enough that you can look through it. Like the door is 99.5% closed because it's one of them super, Star Trek sliding doors.
Mhm.
And it is slid all the way to the frame on the other side, but it is not gone past and seated into its locked position. So it's just enough that if there were light in the room, you think that you would see that thin sliver of light along the crack of the door. You could probably get like the end of a crowbar or something in there, but not enough that you can press your face up and look into the room.
I say we blow the door.
Well, you gonna buy at dinner first?
Well.
Wow.
Does anyone have a crowbar?
Ooh, in the survival kit.
Yes. I do
course that
remember
would
packing
come.
one from the survival kit. I hand her my crowbar.
What are you saying, Rip?
I was gonna say, yeah, in the survival kit. Of course, there's a crowbar in the survival kit. I mean,
When you put
Come
it that way. Zamira, you find yourself being offered a crowbar by a strange little man in a bitchin' ascot.
It is pretty sweet.
I say thank you, and I take it, and I try and pry open the door.
I'll help.
Sure. I'm sure you will.
I'll be like pushing her leg to like give her a little bit extra oomph.
I'm pretty sure it could just be an athletics check. That's what we're gonna call it. Athletics.
1 or 2 purple.
Um, 3 purple.
What?
All of the
Nice.
successes. Yeah, it'll take some work, but you can get the door unstuck enough that then you or several of you can kind of pry the door open the rest of the way, and you find another room in the ship. Let me see what that might give you.
I take complete credit.
You notice that it is full of broken battle droids, for one thing.
Whoa.
Do any of them look fixable?
Perception or a related skill, maybe like a mechanics.
I'll do mechanics. I can do mechanics. What difficulty? Or just throw it out there?
we're off the beaten path here. Let's call it average.
Damn straight.
Yeah, they're all fucking garbage.
Are there
Killing me.
any usable parts that I can salvage?
Ooh, smart.
You could salvage a couple of different pieces and parts off of them.
Do they have blaster rifles?
Sure.
Are they usable?
Say that there can be a blaster or two amongst the rubble and wreckage here.
I'm gonna take whichever one looks the best.
Of the blasters?
Yes.
I'd have to go look at stats on a B1 battle droid, but consider it just a light blaster pistol for now.
Okay.
I don't like how this book is set up. I'm flipping between a million pages. Yeah, there's we'll call it 2 light blaster pistols in there, and somebody can give
Pistols
me
or rifles?
Pistols? Did I say rifles before?
I asked if there were rifles.
Oh,
I don't want a
sorry.
pistol.
Pistols. I don't think the
Droids
droids
don't use pistols.
Are they rifles? Fuck it. Go
I'll look
find
it
the
up in the
stats
core
on a
book.
fucking
It is in the book.
B1 battle droid.
Sorry. Holding up the game.
That's fine. I'm reading useless fucking charts to try and find something right now. I really need to make my own freaking side notes. I just have not had time with school. And I also think it's weird that they have like all the cybernetics and stuff right after weapons and armor, because I go weapons, armor, oh, cybernetics, I'm down into the weird shit that people shouldn't be able to afford, and so I start flipping back through pages to go where's flashlights, that kind of shit, and it's
the
not.
Equipment is set up weird for sure.
Yeah, so I then have to go, okay, armor and stuff, and then back into like utility belts.
Antiquated battle droid most frequently encountered of this type is the B1, equipment blaster rifle, ranged heavy.
Dang it, I found it at the exact same time.
Sorry. Does that mean I get a blaster rifle?
Means we get a blaster rifle.
Yeah, sure. And in fact, you can find a hand scanner in there as well amongst the garbage and stuff, and we will call it
junk.
Ooh, a scanner for hands.
And
Just kidding.
Oh no, I don't.
And enough junk to have one droid repair kit out of the pieces and parts and stuff.
Yay, emergency repair patch.
Yay.
It's mine, I take it.
Is that what they're
I
called?
love that we completely ignored anything else in this room, and as soon as he said old battle droids, we're like, loot.
What else is in the room?
I'm sorry, I'm reading text massages and stuff. People being weird.
What all did we get so far? So we got a med kit for Sam. Then what else?
Blaster rifle.
One blaster rifle and
a hand
scanner. A blaster rifle. However, it's taken some HP and damage. I'll get you that in a moment. And at least one droid repair kit. Is there anything else y'all are trying to do in here, or are you just like sifting through wrecked battle droids that died during the crash?
What else is in this room?
It doesn't look like it's much of anything important. Seems like just a mechanics room. Y'all are in the engine section, so there's a lot of like equipment along the walls and stuff like that, but everything is off and nothing is remotely like you think you could salvage it, but just there's, cables routed along the bulkheads down the wall, coming in from one wall and out the other. There's all sorts of machinery that, unless you have experience with much larger spacecraft, you don't know what any of it specifically does, but it all looks like, life support type systems and just all bits and pieces of the actual guts of this ship. So it's an access room for keeping the damn thing flying.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing of interest in here, then I'm not too worried about
I'll
it.
give you a gun and emergency repairs and a scanner, and there's
No, I
nothing of
mean,
interest.
besides that kind of stuff. Jeez.
Besides
pretty
literally
boring.
everything else I would want to do.
Zamira, what about those tracks you saw that might be relatively recent?
Oh yeah. What about those tracks? Where were they going?
Only one way to find out.
You want to follow the tracks, you
They
guys?
were heading down the hallway. I don't know what else you want.
Oh, I meant like north or south. Sorry.
There was tracks. Like I said, she found traffic over the course of like quite a bit. So there's tracks heading in both directions, and even the fresh set of tracks, like there's an in set and an out, and it appears to be the same person. So at least somebody was in here at some point within the last couple of months, and they were not only in here, but they left here.
Okay. Well, are we splitting up, or should we just pick a direction?
Let's just pick a direction and
I
go.
say north.
Let's go.
Well,
north.
whichever way the tracks went, right?
He just said they're both.
But
They
which
go
way
both directions.
first? All right, we're going north.
North it is.
I like it.
You go north.
I take it back. I want to go south.
No,
I don't
too late.
like it.
Can't go back. We're going north.
Do you want to go south?
No, we're going north.
Okay, there's all sorts of cool stuff south.
Oh, for real? Damn it.
No, I have no idea.
It's
So-
not that we can't go south still. We're just going north first.
I just don't want to waste a bunch of time going north if it's all to the south. I was just trying to pick one.
We're going north. It's
there's-
fine.
There's no map for this. Like, it is literally just... That's the great thing about this system and the bad thing about this system. Not only is it a whole bunch of theater of the mind, but a lot of the modules are just like, the PCs can spend 3 days fucking around here, and there's not a map, right? And so, like, the droid battle room was just like, oh, well, she rolled a triumph. What can I give you for a triumph? Here, have some shit. But, like, okay... unless y'all stop sooner, y'all spend the next about half hour kind of slowly exploring to the north, and all of the other rooms that you check, there's going to be more broken bits of droids, and you see clear signs that equipment was either completely ripped out of here, or boxes and panels were opened and pieces and parts have been stolen. But you do not find any other usable stuff in about the next half hour to 45 minutes as you make your way down this hallway. You can continue down this hallway, or it looks like there might be a way you can try to get into the level below you, but you would be crawling through the floor, not like going down some stairs. But it's up to y'all if y'all want to continue heading north, or if you want to kind of go down into the lower floors.
How hard would the crawl be?
Fairly easy, it seems like, but you can't, without like starting to crawl, because again, you are, how to word this? It's not a straight jump, like from the outside onto this floor. You're not crawling. There's not just a hole in the floor, and you're gonna like jump down to the next floor. You'll be crawling through like where piping and wiring and stuff like that is routed through the ship. So you will be climbing / crawling to come out of the bulkhead on the level below you. At first, it seems for your size to be fairly easy if you wanted to check it out.
I say that I take a quick look.
Yeah, Sam would have some issues due to his inflexibility.
Let me just poke my head out and see what's down there, and then we can decide what to do then. So I'll start doing the crawl real quick.
So y'all are all in this room, and you know there's bits and pieces of wiring and metal scattered all about, and chunks of the ceiling are hanging down and stuff. And Sergio is super excited about having found a way that might lead to lower floors. In his typical style, he's pretty sure that the lower floors are probably harder to get to and thus have not been picked clean. And that's clearly where the treasure's going to be. So he crawls his happy ass down into this like crack in the wall and starts heading down. And it takes you some wriggling, but within a few minutes you can get down to where you can see into the room below. Do you have the flashlight with you, boss?
Yes, I do. I would never give away my trusty flashlight. I need it for my acute senses.
The room you're looking into is dry, but you can definitely hear that it sounds like there's at least some water moving in the hallway outside the door. The door is partially open. The angle, since you're still in the wall, your light can't see the water, but it does sound like there's water on this level.
Is there no way to get through the wall into the room?
There is. I'm just saying before you jump out of the wall and go exploring, that's what you can see if you wanted to crawl back up and tell your friends. I was not railroading you into jumping out of the wall.
I want to poke my head out the wall and see, like, is the room itself flooded?
No, there's no water in the room. You hear water in the hall.
All right, I'll get on my comlink instead of climbing up, because who's got the energy? Lots of water down here, it seems like. I'm going to press ahead a little bit further and see if we can find the loot. And then I'll pop out of the hole. Like, is the hole low enough that I'd be able to climb back in if I need to?
Yeah, it's not like super down close to the floor, but you think that you could probably take some, since you're shorter, you think you can take some of the like broken equipment in this room and stack something in and then scamper up.
All right, I'm going to poke my head out the hallway then. I mean, after briefly searching the room for anything interesting.
Sure. Standing at the door and looking into the hallway, you can see that there is in fact several inches of water on the far side of the hallway, because the ship isn't perfectly flat. You're kind of at an angle on all the floors in here, so the water has pulled to the far side away from you of this hallway and is running down both ways you look with the flashlight. If you look uphill north towards the lake, you can just see that the water is coming from that way, and there's some water coming out of a door nearby on the far side of the hall, but the water continues even further past that. And then looking down to your right, it just the length of the flashlight, it continues out of sight.
The water's not like too deep, right? Like it's walkable.
Oh yeah, like it's not even up to knee deep on you, but it
Gotcha.
it is clear that. So again, imagine we're not talking like a 45-degree angle, but the ship is at a slight cant, which means that any of the doors on the downhill side, if they are open at all, it means water would be going into them. Yeah. So uphill side of this ship or this deck would be dry, and the downhill side, if the doors were opened, would be flooded already. If you opened any new doors, you would be playing a watch the water rush into this room kind of game.
I'll get back on the comm link and minor flooding, slightly wet. What do you guys think? Should we bother down here or stay upstairs?
I vote stay upstairs.
Probably stay
I
upstairs.
bet
Yeah.
it'll be all messed up down there.
All right. Well, you guys stay upstairs, and I'll keep searching down here then.
All right, have fun. Is there a way for us to, kind of like when we were outside the ship and I wanted to double check to see if there was anything I knew about it? Could I check to see now that we're on the inside of the, like on the deck we're on, if I'd be able to find like a bridge or something, like maybe that might have a working computer instead of just that little kiosk?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, sorry, I'll try to be more specific. I just want to try to find a working computer instead of the one that was the broken down kiosk.
Mhm.
So is there a way for me sort of look, we're just kind of headed up that north hallway.
Mhm.
Should I just do, would it be like a perception thing again, or just I'm trying to figure out like if I know the layout enough to try to find like the bridge.
So, even with your piloting experience, you have not personally been on one of these kind of things because based on your lifespan, like they were out of commission, like, before you were old enough to be hopping around on spaceships and stuff like that, because they were used almost exclusively by the separatist movement, which was crushed, 20 years ago. Most of them that do exist are now in scrapyards and have, like, they're not in circulation anymore. You do know from the general size and shape of it, or from your research back on the wheel, that the bridge would be like, you're not going to find the bridge in this chunk. You can find maintenance computers. What you've seen so far, you don't feel like anything in this piece, or at least around where y'all are, is going to be working, but you are definitely not going to find the bridge. That's not.
Sure. Okay.
You're
Sorry,
not
that's just
in
me
this
not knowing
crashed.
terminology.
Yeah, you are not in the crashed ship. You are in just a sizable piece that fell off of it while the rest of it continued to plummet. So the bridge is at the opposite end of the capital ship than where you are currently standing.
Just out of character, that's my bad not knowing.
Oh, okay.
How do you not understand the fictional engineering of a fictional universe, Leah? This is basic knowledge.
Okay. Well, for me personally, I don't know. I feel kind of like we're kind of in a bust right now because nothing's really working.
Like I said, everything that y'all have seen so far, it looks like people have been in here, and it looks like stuff was stripped for useful parts. And
can I tell if anyone's been in my side, like underneath?
What are you looking for?
Just signs of people being here other than me. Would that be perception, survival?
It's blatant that this room has been stripped as well. Not necessarily stripped of everything, but everything of use. Like I said, panels have been popped open and breakers ripped out, and things that are clearly not just like part of this thing fell out of outer space and stuff bounced around, but like components have been unscrewed and removed, and pieces, like things have been removed from the wall and then pieces of them further still removed, and the rest, like the cases, anything that looks like it was too heavy to carry, or maybe like lift up through whatever hole they came down into here. Like, people have been messing around in here. People have stripped this for useful stuff and got what they wanted out of it.
Okay, so if everything's already been stripped, everything of value is going to be gone, and we opened the one room that had anything in it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to look for.
Oh, we still need a clue for the other half of the ship, though.
No, I already. Again, based on what I got off of the escape pod, I already know the trajectory of the ship. Where it was.
But you know where the other half is?
No, but I know where it was going as it was crashing. So
Oh.
Well, how do you know
we
you
can
don't know
It was going down.
that this was where it was going? Like, what if your trajectory is just this back half?
No, that was the trajectory because the escape pod flew out while the ship was still intact, and the whole ship was still in the midst of crashing. And I know the exact trajectory that it was all moving towards when it was crashing. So finding the rest of the ship shouldn't really be much of an issue. It's just that we found this piece of the ship first, so we decided to check it out.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'll
screw it. Let's go find the treasure.
I'll radio IT3 just saying to come fly back over to pick us up while we head out.
I'll worm my way back up the wall then.
All right.
After yelling echo one more time in the flooded hallway.
Okay.
Does anyone yell echo back?
I yell echo back.
You hear an echo yelled from the floor above you.
Holy shit, there are people here, guys. I'm saying this.
Punchico Sparkle Pants comes over the comm and yells, "Holy shit, there are people here, guys."
Yes, of course there are people here. We're here.
Are you
Go on,
really
Sam.
people though?
Oh, burn.
Oh.
Wait, what did you say?
She said you're not a person, dude. I mean, it's true, you're a droid, but she said
And
it.
we're leaving.
Sam looks at her, and if he could, he would have furrowed brows, but he just turns around and starts walking back towards the way that they came in.
I'm gonna hum to myself as I climb up the floor and then work my way out. It's actually more like shrill screeching. It's from my native tongue.
Man.
So to get
Yeah.
out of this, do we just need to tie the rope off again, or what are we doing with that? How long do you think it would take IT3 to come back to us?
Not too long.
minutes.
A couple of minutes.
Okay.
What is y'all's plan for getting out of here? The rope is tied to a tree and dangling into the floor above. Are you heading back and climbing up the rope?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we'll try to go down the ladders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, go down the ladders? Should I not call IT3?
We're not gonna be able to climb the rope back into the ship. So we have to
Yeah,
climb
but-
down to him.
So IT3 should not come to get us then. We should just climb out. And
Thought
then
we were
go to
jumping
him.
into the ship.
I'm gonna climb
that's-
down the ladder.
So that's
Okay,
what I
I'm
want
confused
to
about what you mean by
clarify
that.
on. If y'all are calling the droid, I can totally have the droid come here, but I need to know what y'all are telling the droid to do because
All right, let's call the droid to fly next to the ship, and we'll let Kodo go first to see if we can make the jump.
I like this plan.
Oh my gosh, come on.
It was his idea.
let's get some athletic checks to climb up the rope. Who's going first?
Zamira's going first, and then she's gonna pull us up. And she's going to do it in the safest way possible. We'll tie it around ourselves, and she'll loop it around a tree tied to herself, and then she'll just spin in place. So she would have to fall all the way down the hole for us to hurt ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so I'm tied to a tree.
No,
And
it's
then-
looped around a tree, tied to your waist,
Wow.
and you're just gonna spin.
I'm
So the
gonna
rope
need you
will
to
just
draw
pull
this
us
out
up.
because I want to see your amazing skills as an artist as you draw this.
That's the tree. That's the hole.
Looks
Oh,
like
I
a
still
sad
had to
face. And any plan that looks
Zamira,
like crying smiley face.
the rope goes around the tree, around her waist, and she will spin in that motion to pull us up. And the only way we could hurt ourselves is if we bonk our head on the ledge, or if she managed to fall and go all the way around the tree.
I don't like it. I'm going to use multiple colors because I can't tell what the rope is anymore. I'm kidding.
Rope?
Zamira successfully climbs her ass up out of the pit.
I have to delete all
Well
this
done.
shit.
You could just like select it. You can drag
I
and
am
select.
selecting.
Yeah, but you could like just drag and grab all of it and hit delete once.
But it's already done. That way it was
Okay.
quicker.
Zamira, you are out of the hole and standing back on the ship. What are y'all telling the droid to do?
I mean, if Coda wants to try it, be my guest.
I kind of want to try it.
I will be taking the ladder down no matter what his result is.
I need a final answer on the droid. Are
I'll
are
take
y'all
the
calling
ladder.
this ship
I'll do what
back?
everyone else is doing.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm so confused as to like how that works.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, let me draw a picture. Let me draw a picture.
No, that's
This
not.
is the ship. The little broken edges right here. This is the hole. Trees all over the place. We're climbing out of the hole, and we are going to use the ladders on the side of the ship. Climbing out of the hole, going down the ladder, and then we're going to go down the cliff
Uh-huh.
right here to the safety of the Minoc.
So we do not want the cheeky Minoc to move right now. So IT3 stay put.
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
because jumping to the ship, we're on top of a very large piece of this, and you can almost die from a short drop.
Yeah.
Everybody
dead.
in the group will most definitely die if they fail that jump at all. And I have very shit athletics, so
There's
I will most
water
definitely.
down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the best belly flop.
Okay, so we're good. We're climbing out the same way we came in, and we're leaving the ship where it is so we can go to it. Sounds good.
Okay.
And I'm keeping my acute senses alert for danger.
Yeah, maybe we should do, before Zamira climbs up, we should do like a survival check just to make sure nothing waiting for us out there when we get up.
There is not a Nexu on top of the ship.
Okay.
Yet.
Even if I thought
Not a
about putting
Nexu,
one, even if I thought
What
about
about-
putting one in the ship.
Alright, so who's do? what do we got?
Nice.
So am I making an athletics check to pull everybody out of the hole?
I thought that I was trying to think of a way to just be like to hand wave it and say everyone gets up there, but at the same time, if anyone fell, it's the perfect chance for me to, make this a real dangerous living world for y'all. But I'm kind of over. Zamir makes 50 athletics checks for
Yeah.
for night session, so
And there's no way for us to fall using
Yeah.
the correct method. If
Okay.
Zamira knows what she's doing.
Call
Zamira,
it-
do you know what you're doing?
Plus, she kind of gave herself advantage there on that last one, too.
it's true.
And I accidentally made it 3 purples, so
Also technically true.
You're-
She's on it tonight, y'all. So it takes, 20, 25 minutes, but everyone can be back up on top of the aft engine of the Sa-Nala ore.
You're getting a great
Hooray!
workout,
Huzzah.
Zamira.
yeah.
MVP.
So y'all have spent maybe 2 or 3 hours since you first got off the ship, and we'll call it about an hour of prep time and stuff since y'all woke up. So you're looking at approaching lunchtime-ish right about now.
Sounds good.
From here, you can see out across a nice, shiny, pretty calm lake. You do see, like I said, when y'all first found this area, there are chunks of the ship, not like big sections like what you're currently on, but you just do see the glint of metal and darker shapes beneath the water. So like panels and pieces fell off and kind of littered the lake. But currently the lake is nice and calm and glinting in the sun off on the eastern bank sits your glorious cheeky Minoc.
Yay! To the Minoc.
Do you guys think we should have checked in with IT3 about anything that we saw on the engine, or?
I mean, I'll let you
Like, talk to him?
retcon anything. Do you have specific questions that you wanted to ask him, or?
No.
We didn't really see much other than the droids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just brought him along, and I feel like he's supposed to be like helping us crack the case, as it were.
He parked the ship.
Could
the
ask
whole,
if any of the battle droids are friends of his.
just as like a out of game casual reminder, the whole point of the droid coming along was he can identify members of the crew and will be able to communicate to them that y'all are from Isotech and validate y'all's story that y'all just aren't treasure hunters.
Okay.
So yeah,
Got
it
it.
sucks that he hasn't done anything yet, but he's a protocol droid who's here to protocol between you and any survivors, and 20 minutes ago was the first time that y'all found signs of survivors. So,
Cool.
science.
Got it.
Yay!
So, ladders?
Letters.
There are a couple of different ladders. So, no one ladder leads all the way down from the top to the side, or from the top to the cliff side that the ship's kind of crashed into. So it would be a matter of going down one ladder and kind of being on a bit of a ledge, and then, you know, moving, and because these are like handmade out of pieces that they salvaged and chunks of the tree. And how?
Yikes.
That was not
That was
me.
you, babe.
Sorry.
But these are like, it's clear that they were crafted after the crash to alleviate folks getting in here and stripping this. So it's not a prefabricated ladder, and it's not one big piece, right? They built ones to get from place to place to get up here.
Well, I'll go ahead and go first since I'm
The
like how
latest?
sturdy it is. Yeah.
What?
He's resetting here. One sec.
Yeah, his mic's doing weird things.
Yeah. There it is again.
Ow. You get,
Oh, that's just my favorite sound.
yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Is it better now?
You're back.
I mean, I can hear you, so.
All I did was turn it off and on. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
Since I should be the lightest since I'm the smallest. I'll just check and see if anything's loose and wobbly on the way down. See if it's like rotted out.
Yeah, you get about 3/4 of the way down, and every rung you got to so far, you are extra careful and you test and stuff. And about 3/4 of the way down, you put your foot on one and it's going to snap. And so you're prepared for it. You think that they're going to be shitty, so it's going to be an easy athletics check to hold on to the ladder where you're at, or an average coordination check to tumble to safety on the ledge below. So you can like let go and make a controlled like drop and land on the ledge, or you can hang on to the piece of the ladder that's still affixed as the bottom like 5 or 6 feet break away.
Ow. Ow. Can I just lie on the ground and start moaning in pain very loudly?
Do the Peter Griffin grab your knees?
That is a 3 wound fall according to this chunk of the book. It doesn't specifically say like go use the fall stuff. It just says it's a hard fall. They sustain 3 wounds upon impact.
All right. I'm going to use my 3 advantage to get a good lay of the land on my way down, since I had a nice bird's eye view. So I know exactly what's surrounding me now that I'm on the ground.
Well, again, you're not on ground level.
I thought coordination was to like roll.
Right, you're landing on the ledge of the
right.
ship, right? So you went down several floors, and then the ladder broke. So you were on a a ledge, an escarpment on the ship, and there is you can kind of work your way along the side of the ship, and then there's another ladder down to the actual physical ground.
All right, so I am
Sorry.
moaning, and I
have no
purposefully...
visual representation to show y'all.
No,
this
it makes sense.
aside
It makes
from
sense.
Paragraphs of text.
I'm moaning on the ledge, and I do purposefully turn on my comm link so everyone can hear me go.
The rest of y'all saw the ladder like jiggle, and then now you hear this over the comm link. If somebody gets near the edge and kind of leans out, they might be able to see him down there laying on the broken jutted piece of the ship.
You okay there, Serge?
I found the broken part.
It's my
Good
knee.
job.
Is it still safe for us to come down?
Yeah, that's Rootavoo down here.
Okay.
Do you want to use the ladder that's missing the bottom 6 foot, or do you want to use the other ladder?
I didn't tell him not to, so I'm assuming.
So again, there's multiple ladders along the kind of the side of the ship. Multiple paths were made, basically, right? Because the hole that y'all found was not the only hole that, for lack of a better way of putting this, people were salvaging this ship, and they were salvaging through different entrances, so they built ladders so that they didn't always have to come back to the same spot, if that makes sense. So y'all can try other ladders and other ledges. Sure. Who's going down who's going down the ladder? And Sergio, what are you doing?
I'll go down the ladder.
I am surveilling the area while also making high-pitched whines.
Give me a hard perception check on your ladder there, Sam. Because you can see the first part, but as it kind of disappears over the edge of the ship, it's harder to tell whether this is going to make it all the way down.
Again, hard is 3 purple.
3 purple.
I got nothing.
Cool. Yeah, you got nothing. I have nothing to tell you. It's a ladder.
Nice.
You want to tie the rope around you, just in case.
Yes, that's probably a better idea.
What, you're calling me stupid?
Can you hear us?
He's listening on
Over
the
the
comm
comm.
link.
Damn. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'll tie the rope around myself and start to try to climb down the ladder.
Okay. Roll a D100.
Oh boy.
You want low or high?
Low.
Okay. Don't roll over a 90.
God. Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay. Sam climbs down the ladder.
Nice.
You can see kind of, you're on the same level as Sergio. There's a bit in between y'all where it would be rough to kind of climb across because that piece is damaged, which it looks is why they built this ladder here and that one over there, because you cannot easily transverse. If you wanted to climb to him or he wanted to climb to you, you could give a hard athletics check along the edge to kind of skirt along.
Okay. Well, what about getting further down? That's what I wanna.
I'm just amazed that Rick used an emoji in Roll20. I think that's the first time I've ever seen it.
Well,
How'd
now
you do
know
that?
it works.
Yeah, wow.
Whenever I want to find an emoji, I just search blah de blah emoji, and then there's a website that lists them all, and you can
Oh, you just
copy it.
You copy pasted it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, today I learned.
I don't think there's a I know on certain forums you do like a tee up or something and it gives you the thumbs up. I don't think that works here.
No, that's In the 5 years I've used Roll20, I think you're the first person I've seen copy-paste an emoji into it. So I was like, what? There's pictures now. And that means I completely missed whatever somebody was saying.
I was saying I'm not really too worried about climbing over to where Sergio is. I'm more worried about getting further down.
Okay.
we
You
are.
currently still have the rope around you. Do you want to disregard rope?
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna untie it so that they can use it, and
Okay.
keep looking for more ways to get down off of the ship and towards our own ship.
So he's
Okay.
on the same ledge as me.
Yeah, y'all are on the same level. Like I said, I just need a hard athletics check to get him to you or you to him. But both of you in your respective sections, because y'all are probably 40, 50 feet apart, both of y'all have ladders on your own sections, and those ladders go down to the ground.
I'm gonna yell out, "That's Rendezvous on the ground."
You can get there real quick.
Yeah, if we jump and die.
Sure. Make a hard athletics check.
Oh, to get down the ladder.
No, to jump and die.
Oh.
Whoosh.
I'm actually gonna wait to go down the ladder for people to catch up to our ledge.
That's what I'm doing as well.
We'll move you back over here where y'all still have your tokens, but you have something pretty to look at instead of just a gray thing. Does anyone else want to climb down a ladder? Is anyone climbing down the broken ladder, or is everyone going down the is everyone going down the one that Sam went down?
I'm hanging back for just a minute because I've had some bad luck.
If you don't trust the ladder, you can climb down the actual ship hull itself, or kind of walk along it to where the ship meets the cliff and try the cliff. The ship hull is a daunting athletics check, and the cliff is a hard athletics check. However, there's no telling how long that ladder is going to last, and one of them is already snapped. So
I'm taking the ladder.
Okay.
All of those options sound terrible to me.
Sure.
Something,
There is
something
water.
devil you know,
Seeing
or
Seeing as
something.
I fell 6 feet and already almost died today.
Roll a D100 and don't roll over a 90.
Why doesn't he roll a D10 and not roll over a 9?
Because I like hundreds better. Because a 6 is boring, but a 69 is a roll everybody can go, hey.
Nice.
71.
Nice, +2.
Yeah, 69 with 2 fingers in your ass.
Wow.
George Carlin? You've never heard that?
Oh my god.
No.
George Carlin has a skit where he talks about those. And then there's the 68, which is you do me and I owe you one. Girls hear that one all the time.
You know what? I do remember that one. I don't remember the 71, but I do remember the 68.
Anyway, it's back in Star Wars land. Kodo, you make it down. You are standing next to Sam and looking across a broken piece of the ship over at Sergio von Sparklepants.
Nice. I'm still a little tentative.
Do you want me to like hoist you down or whatever?
Yeah, go down with the rope. You'll be fine.
You can tie the rope around your waist, and Zamira can slowly walk towards the edge as you rappel with your feet against the hull of the ship down.
Or you can use the ladder, and she can do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm
It's
willing
true.
to try the ladder. I'm okay with the ladder. I'm gonna securely fasten the rope around my middle and then go down the ladder.
Sure, roll a D100. Don't roll over a 95.
It's the easiest way.
96 incoming.
I think /R space 1D100 does it.
Oh,
Whoa.
Nice.
close.
You join Kodo and Sam on the
Woo!
ledge. Only one more ladder after this. This is an episode of climbing. A 3-hour
is,
game of
isn't it?
climbing.
My turn.
Yep. How do you want to get down, hon? Do you want to athletics down the cliff, or do you want to brave the ladder?
I'll go the ladder. See how it goes.
Sure. We'll do the same on this ladder, which is a 1d100. Don't roll over a 90.
Wow.
Zamira is super great at this. She doesn't even use the rungs. She just uses the ropes along the side and uses the ship itself. And wham, she is down there amongst all of y'all. And your poor little friend is over on the other ledge.
It's still moaning.
What do you do? You got one more ladder, both of y'all, or the group of the 4 of y'all are still close enough that you could climb down the actual rock cliff. You could walk over to the rocks where the ship has crashed into it, and kind of between the ship and the rocky outcropping, kind of work your way down in the crevasse to reach ground level. If you don't trust the
How
ladder.
come they got the good ladder and I got the shitty ladder?
Because you went down the wrong ladder. Anyway, I think I'll take my chances with the next ladder.
Same.
Because going down the cliffside is not good for me.
Perception check.
Yay.
So between the cliff and the
hard
ladder, I think
or-
I'll take the ladder.
Hard.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
It was nice
So you
knowing
can't find the
Sam.
ladder.
In fact,
Yeah.
you might not even be sure of what planet you're currently on.
Aw.
I don't think you. There's only one way you could have got another failure on that.
Aw.
So
Bye, Sam.
that's great.
It's just
Uh,
perception.
Yeah.
You weren't actually going down the
That's
ladder.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
There's not a bad thing that I must give you now that you failed. You gain no knowledge whatsoever from that.
In fact, you might have lost a couple brain cells.
This-
You got to
this-
do more Sudoku.
Everyone in this
ladder.
room is now dumber for having seen that. May God have mercy. I award you new points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's my favorite part of that movie.
Yes.
All right, so I just assumed that this ladder is perfectly fine, and I'm going to start climbing down it because I'm an idiot.
Yep. So give me a daunting athletics check.
Oh my god, are you serious? What is that for?
No.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh boy.
With the brought up one.
Oh,
Hey,
we
yeah. I have 1 green, you guys. This is gonna go fucking great. I'm probably gonna die.
Hey, should I use my dark side point?
Use a light side
No.
point. Use
Yeah,
a
I'm
light
gonna
side
use the
point.
light side point. Fuck you. No.
Light side.
what is-
Use it.
I
Official
succeed.
light
I don't care.
You got to flip the point.
So
I
what
did.
that allows you to do is to reduce the difficulty of the check, and you can bring it down to a hard check. I can let you say that flipping the destiny point, you know that you get the feeling in your jimmies have been rustled, and halfway down you're like, oh crap. Like, this ladder is super suspect, and you can either choose to climb back up, or you can make the athletics check on the lower half.
Do the check.
How far up am I?
You have to have a gut feeling.
Hey, fuck you guys. I am.
You're about 45% of the way down.
But how high up is that? Like basically, if I fall, am I gonna die?
If you fall, it's going to be between 3 and 5-ish wounds.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Oh
You got
yeah,
5
okay.
wounds right
It's
now.
10
I'm
for
just
short
fine.
range.
I'm gonna take the freaking the athletics check on the halfway down.
Okay.
You're a droid. I have a mechanic skill. I can heal you.
Hard. You reduced the difficulty by 1, which removed one of the purple dice.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So
no.
all of y'all
Oh,
are watching,
no.
and there's the movement of the ladder as the ladder snaps, and Sam falls, and I'm trying to think of a movie scene where somebody falls and it just lands square on their back and it knocks the air out of them and they're left staring up. But as all of y'all lean over the ship to see how this went, Sam is just completely flat on his back, staring directly up at all of y'all. And obviously the air can't be knocked out of him, but he is taking a moment to really process and assess this new situation he finds himself in.
I believe that there may have been a malfunction in my servos. Need repairs immediately.
There are little birds circling around his head.
Take 3 wounds there, boss.
Do I remove from soak?
How far did he fall?
Like 10 feet ish.
Babe, don't try to help.
Yeah.
That's how far.
Do I calculate my soak into that or no?
I think so.
Yes, or at least I don't know. Leah did.
I did, but yeah.
Waiting for DM ruling.
I go over the comm and mention to Sergio.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
So next time that we take a job, we're gonna stay on the ship, okay?
Roger.
This is what we get for not carrying a ladder in our emergency kit.
Actually, I think I did bring one. As I flip a light side point.
Sorry, her and I were talking and I missed that last bit. What's going on?
Do I take soak off of the damage that I took, the 3?
It doesn't say that, no. I think this is flat damage just for this chunk of the book. Like I said, it doesn't reference me to the actual fall bit. It just says any character that falls suffers 3 wounds.
Okay, that's fine. I suffer the 3 wounds. I'm okay.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah. Cliff for the rest of y'all?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to take that
I
ladder.
will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
I still have a ladder for my side, right?
You do, sir. You do.
What are the odds of me having 2 bad ladders? I'm going down the ladder. Albeit very slowly and carefully testing each rung as I go down.
Mm-hmm.
And holding on for dear life to the rung that I'm already on as I slowly put weight on it.
You're fine. You're on the ground.
Damn straight. Am I on the same level as them now?
You're on the ground.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there are various levels of ground. So I'm, like, near the ship with them.
You're probably near Sam.
You're not near the ship. You're on ground level, like on the lake shore. And you can now make your way along. Let me move y'all to the map.
Have I found Sam still lying on the ground?
Sam's currently utilizing the facilities, so we'll ask him if he's still laying there momentarily. Let me pick a different color. Y'all are all on the jungle map?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are climbing down right here where the cliff meets the ship, right? Now that you're on the ground, you can begin to make your way along the actual floor of this valley back towards the ship. You're not directly adjacent to the ship. There's, 20, 30 minute through the jungle hike or 10, 15 minutes along the beach where it's easier to travel. You can stay right at water's edge and get to the where the ship's at. But you are down there at like water level, ground level. 2 people are still up. 3 people are still up on the side of the ship, and they need to now walk along it and climb down the actual cliff face where the ship impacted the cliffs.
As I head back to the Minoc, I am going to get on the comlink to IT and grumble about how far away he parked. What a fucking stupid droid, parking a half hour fucking away.
Remember, it's a half hour if you choose to go through the trees. If you stay out where you're visible along the beach, it's faster.
I'm staying visible, but I'm still grumbling about a half hour.
Okay. Are you waiting for your compatriots to climb down?
I'm gonna root-a-voo at the Minoc.
Okay. The rest of y'all,
I'll wait for the fucking. I'll wait for everybody.
Sam fell. Y'all turn and watch as Scruffy Lumpkin scampers down the final ladder, hits ground level, and next thing you hear is him on the comm bitching to IT3 as he stomps off. And where you're at, you can still see out over the lake, so you can watch him for several minutes if you choose to wait as he just walks along the kind of rocky beach of this lake.
I take very small steps, so you should be able to catch up with me.
All right, so next person goes down. You want to tie the rope to you?
Using the rope, you can put boosts on the cliffs. It's a hard climb down the cliff or a daunting climb down the side of the ship. Athletics for both, but using the rope, you can give yourself a boost.
I will do that. The less hard of those two with
Sure.
the boost.
3 purples, but a boost.
3 purples, but a boost. Okay. And it's athletics, you said?
Yeah.
Here goes lots
In
of failure.
In fact, if you use the rope, I'll bring rappelling down the side of the ship down to hard as well. So it doesn't matter whether you cliff or rope, or cliff or ship. 3 purples, but a boost.
Okay.
Unless y'all can think of anything
That
else.
don't look good.
I can't think of anything to use those threats on. You're down. You're down safe. I'll look at the I can use them and make you fall prone. So you're down.
All right.
But you fall on the ground. So you get muddy. Look at me using all kinds of threat to make your pants slightly dirty.
These were my favorite pants.
Tolly, do you want to kind of try to figure out some sort of rope harness? I know you're not the best athletically, and this has been a session full of athletics, for which I'm sorry, but that's dims the brakes.
Oh, no, it's okay. Yep, that's just how it goes. Yes, if Zamira is up to it, I think we'll try to fashion some sort of... We'll just do the rope again, and I'll...
Sure, if you spend the extra time, like either around your waist or under your armpits or something, so that you're not just like using the rope and trying to rappel and hold on to the rope, I'll let you use Zamira's athletics check to lower you, but it's going to take you an extra 10 minutes between tying up and then once you're down, untying and stuff. So a little more time consuming, but maybe you won't break an ankle.
Yeah, probably worth it.
Zamira wants to make a hard athletics check, but use a boost.
Woohoo!
Whoa, she's rocking it.
Nice.
Plus the advantage too for whoever's next.
Chip, which is her. Unfortunately, she cannot use the rope to climb down the ship and must brave the hard 3 purple cliffs, but she can give herself a boost. Hey! Zamira rocks it out and gets down, and y'all are all down, and Scruffy McFuzzy Ears has already got a solid 10-15 minute head start on heading back to the ship, which means he's getting back to the ship about the time the rest of y'all begin to set out. Scruffy Lumpkins, I do have something for you though. Right before you get back to the ship, kind of on the beach as you're walking, you notice that there is a like a makeshift metal and wooden boat that's kind of pushed up on shore, so it's it's not down in the water anymore. It's grounded up in the mud and rocks and tree roots and stuff. but it appears like it's made out of trees and a piece of the ship. And if you want to like investigate further, just let me know. But you do find like a makeshift raft, kind of tucked away right there.
All right, so I'm walking along the beach grumbling, and I get a little bit closer to the ship than I probably should before I actually notice it because I'm so pissed at IT parking so far away. When I see it, I'd like to check the nearby area for like if anyone is nearby coming back to the ship, leaving the ship. If I can see any signs of movement or anything like that.
When you say ship, are you talking about?
I'm sorry, the boat,
Minoc?
the raft,
Okay.
the raft.
The perception check. Easy.
Nope.
You don't see nobody, no.
All right, I'm just gonna head towards the raft then and investigate further. Is there anything in it? Does it look like it's been there a while?
There's nothing in it, but if you want to give me a survival check, you can kind of get an idea on how long it's been since it was used or stuff, and it's an average 2 purple.
2 purple. I'm not gonna make that, but we'll try. Oh, hey.
It looks a few months old. Based on the information that Zamira gave you about, it looks like there was traffic here within the last couple of months. You're not the best at survival stuff, but your general acute senses and curious nature allows you to find, the fact that the way that there's no footprints, it looks like everything's been washed away by rain and stuff like that. But the broken branches and stuff where they kind of tucked it up are no longer newish, but they're not totally dead either. So within the last 3 months, somebody put this boat here.
Is there anything in the boat?
The oars to use it, like makeshift oars to use it to. You think that they might have used it to use the water to get up alongside the ship and then climb up the ladders.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my comlink. Guys, it looks like there's a boat here. It's been here a while. I think I'll blow it up.
Hang tight there, Serge. Why don't you wait a few minutes? We'll be there in just a sec. The rest of us made it out.
I really want to blow something up.
Yeah,
Don't
but you
we
might want
all?
to save. Yeah, you might want to save the grenades for when we actually need to blow something up for real.
This boat is real.
But it might be helpful. It might be a clue. Think like Fred.
I do like ascots. Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, we'll be there soon.
I'm just gonna wait by the boat with my grenade in hand.
Okay, so the rest of y'all set out along the beach, along the water line as you head towards your ascot mascot. And unless anything crazy goes happen, a couple of minutes later, y'all walk up and you find the same, like, it's a bent piece of metal that allows it to be more or less canoe shape's not quite the right word, but it's bent in a way that it's concave, and it wouldn't float by itself, but they have fashioned like logs alongside it that ensure that they can sit on the metal piece and that the logs and stuff will keep it afloat. And that's what you find. And any subsequent survival checks will reveal that, like I told him, it's been a couple of months since it got used, but it has been used recently. So this was not something that was made when the ship first crashed and they were like evacuating. Like somebody was here within the last 3 months.
I think the survivors
Oh, we lost you
cut
there,
out.
babe.
I think the survivors are still.
Nope.
Man, he's fucking great at this.
Every single time you get a little, like one more word, and then we lose you again.
Hello.
It's like a horror movie, and I've always made fun of this before. Like, every time somebody's in a horror movie and they're trying to call and the radio's being bad, they're like, the killer is... And they're like, what? Right. And they're like, the killer is in... And then it cuts out again, and then they're like, what? And instead of that person just saying, in the house, they start the whole fucking sentence again. The killer who has been chasing us for the last 6 hours, the one from my dreams,
the killer or
is
not.
now in...
If I just said in the house, you wouldn't know what I mean. I might be in the house. The killer might be in the house.
I'm amused.
I don't know what's going on. My headset, I'm literally doing nothing different. Anyways,
the killer's in the house.
I think the survivors are still on the planet,
the
possibly nearby.
Oh, okay. So we found the boat like right here, right?
Yeah, I'll put something on the map, but like, no one got off the ship. This is a question.
12 foot away.
Well, sure, it's 12 feet from the center of the lake to here. Had you got off the ship and attempted to walk towards the section, you would have found the boat first. Like, it's not in your landing zone, but like you can see the Minoc like through the couple of trees between you and it.
Okay. Okay, well maybe we can get back to the ship and do some scans of the areas to find maybe like patches of life forms, like maybe if the survivors are living nearby.
Maybe we should take the boat on the lake and go fishing. I have grenades.
Grenades are not the most effective use of fishing.
I beg to differ.
I mean, depends on your
That's
definition
how
of
you
effective.
fish in Zelda.
Dude, she makes fun of me, but I played like the entire Breath of the Wild without really breaking or using any of my weapons because I had infinite bombs. So like,
Exactly.
Why
Why
would I
would you arrow on a fish?
Works
Yeah.
every time.
And so she has a couple of moments where she's just sat there chuckling as I like work my way up to the top of the mountain so that I could just click and watch the bomb roll all the way down to the bottom and then click, boom. And they run around thinking about it for a second and then they run right back to where they were and I go, okay, click. And I'm like sitting there sipping my tea as the bomb rolls down the world's tallest mountain right into the camp of 50 bokoblins.
Several Zelda games do have fishing poles, though. Just saying.
They do. This one was much more of a bomb fishing kind of game. We are at 9:40 though, and her and I have some stuff to do, and I know, Leah, you have an early start in the morning. So we're going to get the group of y'all back to the ship, and then we will have some Discord type conversations through the week to find out where y'all want to go from here. With the information that Sam has, y'all know to continue searching in this general region, and it's made easier by having the fucking map that tells you where we're going to be moving forward from here.
Okay.
But we'll have a sideline kind of discussion so that we can get a better idea of where y'all want to start next week. But we'll go ahead and shut down here. Is there any questions, comments, or concerns that folks have that I can answer now while I have the books open, or is there anything specifically you want to do? I know someone was talking about scanning for life forms.
Yeah.
That you can make a hard computer check real quick on that. But keep in mind, y'all are down in this valley right now, so because these are some
that would be once we got back to the ship. Oh, you're saying?
Yeah,
while
I'm
we're at the
saying
ship.
if you
Okay.
fire up the ship scanner, y'all are
So a hard computers check, you said?
yeah, on top of the. There you go.
Wow.
Very
Nice.
nice.
Can we use
I
the
will-
triumph to find the other piece right away?
Let me look at the correct book here.
I'm mostly teasing.
But only
no,
mostly.
I got something for you. I'll draw a better one at a later point, but your scanners go ballistic as you're pretty sure there's a larger chunk of the ship, like even bigger than the piece that y'all were just fucking around in right over here. And I'll draw a better angled on the map chunk, or in fact use the. I'll go get the copy of the map that actually has the information on it, since this one I have photoshopped it out. But you don't think you need to go anywhere. You think you might be able to either use the boat across the lake or overland march and get to another large chunk of the ship.
Cool.
So y'all can figure out how you want to go about doing that, and that's what we'll do next week if y'all want to, is figure out how to get there. I'll go look to see if y'all can find a landing pad over here. I haven't gone to that page yet.
Most importantly,
Okay.
do I get 20 XP or 25?
Let me
Let's
look.
compromise. 23. That'll give me an even 30.
While we're sitting here complaining, as I flip through the pages of this book, it's not like aft engine section. If the group explores the aft engine section, give them 5 XP. No, XP is listed at the end of the fucking chapter, and it just says, you know, if the group did X, give them 2. If they did Y, give them 2. But like, you know, we're doing stuff on page 52, and I have to go to page 73 to find out how much XP y'all got for it. Even though it's
That's
one
probably
sentence.
my biggest gripe with the entire system is how it's formatted.
Yeah.
Like when you find the rule, reading it makes sense, but it's just finding it.
And it's great because it's great until it's not. And I kind of wish they would have done both. I wish at the end of the chapter there was a like, here's all the XP in a row.
Right.
But like,
right.
If you have played an RPG ever, you know that the moment that the monster falls on the ground, everyone's guns are still smoking. Somebody in the group is going to be like, how much XP do we get for that? What loot is there? And it's never on the page with the fucking monster. You have to go to the end of the chapter to be like, discovering and exploring the escape pod, 3 XP. So there's not an XP for the engine section, but there is XP for the engine section and the next section together. So I'm going to split it in half, and you can have 5 XP for climbing up and down all over that fucking thing, and no one dying from a day with 40 fucking athletics checks.
Let's call it an even 20 and we'll be compromised.
5. Got it.
You get 5 and you'll like it.
Yay, I have lots of XPs to spend.
All of them.
Nice.
But
Are you almost to your boots?
Alright, you guys, I gotta go. I'm exhausted.
Oh no, that's something I gotta pay for.
Alright.
Thanks for
Actually,
hanging out,
upgrade
Linus.
myself.
Sorry you're not feeling well.
Yeah. Hope you feel better.
Thanks.
Bye,
Yeah,
Linus.
stop dying.
Bye.
I am jumping off here as well. So feel free to hit me up on Discord with questions, comments, and concerns. And sorry this session was kind of just stompy climby.
That's okay.
It's all good. Have a good night,
Sometimes
guys.
that's how they gotta be.
Mhm.